Good morning, Chatterbox. Today is Friday, June 16th, Father's Day weekend. Tommy Birko is back. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Tommy, what's going on?
What's up, guys? Sorry I missed you last week or this week. Both weeks.
Couple weeks. That's awesome. We're going to get to you where you were in the world while you weren't with us. Anthony, you're the only father on the screen. This is the start of Father's Day weekend, so enjoy it, brother.
Yeah, buddy.
I hope you got a lot of lounging around and nothing to do this weekend.
Well, pre-approval is always available.
Of course.
But I might have to try to get the jet skis out this weekend, man. I don't know. Depending on weather.
I like that. So before we get into the fun talk of the day, Father's Day weekend means golf, means U.S. Open. Tom is our gambling expert. He was MIA. I couldn't get a hold of him. So I told my significant other, I'm going to put a flyer. I'm going to put a responsible bet down on a random golfer. And if he wins this weekend, we're going on vacation. So
Who is it?
I went Dustin Johnson.
He's in good shape.
Good shape, 2 strokes back, fingers crossed, looking to go on vacation.
You must be trying to go to like a Motel 6 because his odds weren't that good.
It was plus 4,000. So I responsibly put down $100 to win 4,000. Any more comments?
No. I mean, yeah, it's easy to take the favorite.
It was before the match started, Tom. You see the odds change. Never. Anywho, where have you been? Fill us in. What's going on? Welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back. Sorry I missed you. One day I put the wrong time on my alarm clock. It was that 2-hour time difference that caught me a little bit. So
time does change. There's time zones.
So it was a late night one night. I put the wrong time for the alarm clock, and the other day I just really apologize. But glad to be back. I was in Utah. I married one of my best friends, so we got that done.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't get married to him personally, but I was the person marrying him and his wife. So no, it was a good time. We got to go to some national parks, saw all the mountains. I think
so you were the wedding was in northern Utah. Then what? You drove down the southern Utah. You saw the whole damn state.
We did it both. We saw snow on the mountains, and we saw the desert. It's kind of crazy in Moab right now. You could actually look out and see the LaSalles, and they have snow on them still. So you're standing in the desert with the heat, and you still see snow. It was pretty sweet, actually.
I'm pretty excited. I'll be out west in a couple of weeks. We'll see. We'll see how well I do on attendance on my road trip, but we'll see.
Yeah. You're forgiven always.
Welcome back. We're glad to have you back. We were going to send out an APB here soon if you didn't attend, but good to have you back.
I don't think you missed us.
No,
at all.
I missed you a little bit, just a little.
Well, Tom, good timing, because with inventory still being super low, with buyers just getting beat out, deal after deal here, we want to talk about program. Of course, we all know about FHA and conventional rule the mortgage world right now, really, with mortgages. But there are 2 other types of loans. One of those types of loans is a USDA loan. And I always laugh. I say USDA and people talk about meat. This has nothing to do with meat. This is rural housing. So we're going to get into it a little bit, how you qualify for this. If you're a buyer or if you're a real estate agent, how you figure out if the property you're listing is in a USDA eligible area. So you can market that to buyers and let buyers know, hey, this home right here, you may be able to qualify for a 0% down mortgage, which is pretty darn awesome to get you into a home with little to no money out of pocket. So when we get into it first, it's eligibility area. So USDA is for rural housing. So I'm going to present my screen here with the map for USDA. And let me know if you guys can see that. Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah,
we
buddy.
can see it.
Okay, there we go. We got some response. Little late. Okay. So this is the map of Pittsburgh. The dark shaded area is not allowed for USDA. So all in here around Pittsburgh is not allowed. But when we zoom in, we go outside of this gray area, especially to the north, Evans City, Saxonburg, to the east out here, even Allegheny County, Plum can be USDA eligible. If we're going down to the south, down in Washington County becomes USDA eligible. Then over in the west, believe it or not, Oakdale, North Fayette, Cecil, Imperial, you can get parts that are USDA eligible. When we get up in the Butler County and Newcastle, if you're in the actual city of Butler, that's not USDA eligible, but everything around it is. So agents, we will send this out to you. But all there is a link that you go to that you literally would type in the address. So I put in the address of our main office, our world headquarters, Babcock Boulevard. As you can see, Babcock Boulevard is in Pittsburgh and it is not USDA eligible. The website tells you right there. So all you have to do, put in your address of the property you're listing to double check. If the eligibility is there, you have met step one of getting this property or a buyer for USDA. So property is one. This is the only type of loan that the property has to qualify with the buyer. So Anth, let's get into it. The next part of it would be income limits.
Yeah, for sure. So there is no technically loan limit, but there is income limits. So which pretty much puts things in perspective. So it's based on household. So for the Pittsburgh region, it's going to be $109,050. So $109,050 for a household of 1 to 4 members. And ultimately in that process, we would have to get all the documents for all working parties to verify the household income limit is met. Now, if you go above 4 families, it actually goes up to a household income limit of $143,950. So $143,950 is the total income yearly the household can make to qualify under the income limit section, of one of the guidelines. So it's actually the only other program that allows for true 0% down payment besides VA. So if you're buying in an eligible area, it's a great product to take a peek at to see if it's beneficial for you.
Now, I think the main question we're going to get right off the bat, is this for investors, right?
No.
Let's use our head here, everyone. Okay. This is a government loan. It's 0% down. It's to get buyers into houses. It's not for investors. It's not for multi-units. It's for, we want single family residents, primary residents, getting buyers in the house. So please don't call us that you have an investor that has a 4-unit that wants to go USDA. That's not going to happen.
And you can't own any other property either. So if you own a property and you want to buy another one and you want to take advantage of the USDA program, you have to sell that current property. It's not an option.
And those ain't our rules. Those are the USDA rules. We just got to follow them. So don't call yelling at us. But if you are a listing agent and you have a property in this area, the nice thing is with seller assistance that you can get. So everyone always asks, and Tom, I'm throwing this one to you. Well, 0% down. No way you can get seller assistance, right?
Oh, no, you're allowed 6% seller's assist on this. Just like that other government loan, FHA, you are allowed 6%. So, the buyer can almost come with no money at all for one of these loans.
If you, and it just makes sense, right? If there's a 0% down payment, you're able to get 6% seller assistance. That means the seller assistance is covering all the closing costs, and you are able to come technically with no money out of pocket for a USDA loan. If you can work it right, if you can get the seller assistance, it is possible. And for everyone asking, what's the appraisal like? What's the process like? It's a government-backed loan. Everything is very similar to FHA. The appraisal is similar. The time limit is similar. I would say the one thing with USDAs that are tougher is the qualification with debt to income ratio. Because it's 0% down, they are the strictest on DTI. 43 is the absolute max on a debt to income ratio for USDA, where you can go up to a 55% for FHA. So you're going to qualify for Morehouse FHA compared to USDA, but USDA you can get in with that 0% down.
Spitting facts today, this morning.
Well, Mr. Butler, you're the king of Butler up there. Do you is it tough for people to understand, or the public to understand, that the city of Butler is not USDA eligible, but everything around it is?
No, because I mean, the people up there in Butler, if you let them know, hey, Butler City's not, everybody in Butler kind of knows what Butler City is and where those limits are. So if you just let them know, hey, this is not eligible in the city, most people, most agents get it. And even the people living up there understand where the city's at. So not as big of a problem as you would think.
Cool. Well, guys, we all know we originate conventional FHA, USDA, and VA. We all know Saturdays are for the pre-approvals. Happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there. And that's all I got today. See you next week.
Happy Father's Day, Anth.
Thanks, brother. See you guys.
Bye.